Hey guys, what's up? This is Dave, and this is the mic. It looks weird in the camera frame, but this is the microphone. So, wanted that deep, good sounding, bassy voice, which I don't have, but this mic gives it to me. So, anyways, guys, this is kind of an impromptu video. Did not have it planned at all, but I was reading through some emails, and I'm down here in my little office garage, everything. I call it the lab because it's kind of everything. If you could see this, this is my whole office, desk, Zoom calls, everything happens here for work, for everything. So, yeah. Anyways, this kind of just came up. I was looking through some emails, going through emails, deleting emails, stuff like that. And I am subscribed to an email by James Clear from the guy that wrote Atomic Habits, which I've been reading, but I have not read within like the last 3 days, just because it's been kind of a busy week. So, but I do enjoy reading. I do enjoy some of those types of books, those Atomic Habits, things that kind of make you think. Not necessarily that I read them and I'm going to do everything that they say, but I do like to kind of see what the ideas are and then see if that fits in with something maybe that I could alter a little bit in my life or something like that. So, yeah, it's a good book so far. So I definitely recommend it to check it out. Maybe you'll finish it before I finish it. But anyways, let's go to the new scene there. So I'm on OBS Streamlabs, which is totally free. If you guys want to do this, like I could do another video on Streamlabs and stuff. It's very simple. I got this all set up with Jaden when he started streaming on YouTube for his gaming channel. But anyways, guys, here's my email. This is what I'm looking at from James Clear, 321 on mediocrity versus genius, taking risk and when to ignore a problem, which we'll get to that. I don't necessarily agree with that one, but let's start. So the first one says new goals don't deliver new results, new lifestyles do. And a lifestyle is a process, not an outcome. For this reason, your energy should go into building better habits, not chasing better results. So this one was really good. Like I read this and I was like, man, this is good stuff. Because like the first thing I thought of was like New Year's resolutions. Everyone thinks about like new goals. I'm going to go work out and I'm going to get in better shape and all this other stuff. Kind of the things that I've been talking about. And so they're like, yeah, and then you write it on paper and you're like, I'm going to make these new goals and they're going to be great and I'm going to do it and blah, blah, blah. And then you do it for maybe a couple of weeks, but they don't develop into the new habits, the new lifestyle that they're talking about. So this one I totally get. I totally agree with. Like I'm looking at the new lifestyles do right now. And that part, that's where the goals, that's how the goals are met. That's how the habits change. That's how life changes. Like you change your lifestyle, you change the habit, everything wraps around that, and then you can meet your goal that way. So I totally agree with this statement. Like I actually took this and I have an Outlook. I mean, not an Outlook. I have a OneNote file. Let me pull that up here. Pull it over here on this little screen doodad here. So I have this OneNote where I used to write this stuff down in a notebook, but notebooks get lost for me. And I also have an iPad where I can have the writing iPad. That's cool too, but this is just so quick. And for me, it's like I'm big on efficiencies and stuff. So if I can just throw it into my OneNote and it's something that I can search, I can label it. I can just keep throwing things that I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm going to throw it in here. So I went ahead and threw it into my Outlook so that way I can kind of ponder upon it. But so that's kind of my my little quick help for organizing your thoughts. Get OneNote, it's free. So let's go back. Let's go back to this email. The next one, I don't necessarily agree with this one. So he goes, some things, well, I get where he's coming from when he says some, but let me read the whole thing. Some things are better off ignored than attacked. Attention is the oxygen of conflict. So he's kind of like talking about like, oxygen to a fire makes the fire burn brighter. But when you fight a problem, you breathe life into it. So you kind of fan the flames. When you starve a problem of your attention, you suffocate it. In a surprising number of cases, the way to solve a problem is to ignore it. So I can kind of see where he's coming from on this, where if it's something small, just to be like, just ignore it, let it go. Don't, fan the flames. But in other stuff, like, if you have a problem with drugs or addiction, I don't think the best way to take care of that is to ignore it. I think that's something that you have to attack it. You need to get help. You need to get support. Especially don't try to do that by yourself. Don't try to take on problems that you need to conquer by yourself. Like always kind of get someone to help you out with it. Let someone know, let a group, get a support group, that type of thing. I'm a big believer in that. So this part, I see where it could be effective for small problems where maybe just someone that's a dramatic person in your life that always just causes drama. And maybe that's the kind of thing where you're like, I'm not going to fan that flame for that person to get all worked up. I'm just going to ignore them. And then that dies out. So I can kind of see it in that situation, but not in the big situations, not in like, I guess, life altering that can totally change your life for the worst or the best, I guess. But so number two, that was number two. Number three, the events of your past are fixed. The meaning of your past is not. The influence of every experience in your life is determined by the meaning you assign to it. Assign a more useful meaning to your past, and it becomes easier to take a more useful action in the present. So I guess he's kind of saying, like, if you have stuff that happens in your past and you've affixed some type of meaning to it, he's saying that, the influence of every experience in your life is determined by that meaning that you assign to it. So I guess he's saying in some situations you can change that meaning, which I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't necessarily think that could happen all the time. Some things are meaningful or have meaning to it just because that's the way it happened. I don't think you can turn something that you were like, oh, I assign a meaning of it making me angry, and I'm going to try to assign a meaning of it making me happy now, especially when it's something that maybe did make you angry. If someone upsets you, they did something that hurt you, you're not going to change the meaning of that to it being okay. Like some of those things, I'm a big believer like in forgiveness, of course. So I'm not trying to say like don't forgive people, but I don't think you can do that in every situation. So I give these three ideas. I really like the first one a lot. Second one, I get in some situations, not in all. And the third one, I don't. I guess that's the one where it would be hard for me to agree the most with it, because I think meanings are assigned because of how they made you feel in that moment. And sometimes that's hard to change. And I don't think that's something that's necessarily going to change just because you think that you should assign a new meaning to it. So that's what I think about those three. So anyways, guys, that's it. I was just reading through these emails. I was like, you know what? I feel like I should put more stuff on YouTube, let you guys know a little bit more of who I am, besides the vlog stuff. So this is kind of me. Like I kind of go through my emails and, you can see I have receipts in my emails and stuff like that. Nothing questionable in here. And Best Buy, Boone Loves Video is where I got some YouTube, the little Instagram blips and the subscribe little things that come up on the screen. So got it from that guy. He has a lot of cool stuff. Go check him out. But yeah, this is kind of when I go through my emails and I get to kind of like more meaningful stuff like this, where it makes me ponder. I think it's good stuff. I think it's good for everybody to kind of think a little bit deeper than just the everyday stuff. So that's what it is, guys. So anyways, it is Sunday night. It's 11:02 p.m., so almost midnight. So I need to get ready for bed, but hope you guys have a great week. Start your Monday off right tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys next time. All right. Peace.